is not kind to the younger ones or does not respect the elders is not from my nation, Prophet Muhammad. A very good morning to everyone present here. I, Professor Muhammad Saifuddin, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, welcome you all to the valedictory function of the AICT sponsored 6-day short-term training program on machine learning for societal application, organized by Department of CAC, PA College of Engineering, Mangalore. To begin with the function, we shall invoke the blessings of Almighty. So, I request Professor Muhammad Hafiz to invoke the blessing by reciting the verses of the Quran. Over to Hafiz.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. I seek refuge in Allah from the cursed shaitan. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Qul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq. Say, I seek refuge with Allah, the Lord of the daybreak. Min sharri ma khalaq. From the evil of what He has created. وَمِن شَرِّ غَاسِقٍ إِذَا وَقَبَ. And from the evil of the night as it comes with its darkness. وَمِن شَرِّ النَّفَّاثَاتِ فِي الْعُقَدِ. And from the evil of the witchcrafts when they blow in the knots. وَمِن شَرِّ حَاسِدٍ إِذَا حَسَدَ. And from the evil of the envier when he envies. Amen. O Allah, please accept our invocation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I take this opportunity to welcome all our delegates to the valedictory function of the short-term training program. First and foremost, I would like to extend my hearty welcome to the founder of PA Group of Institution, guest of honor, and our beloved chairman, Dr. P.A. Ibrahim Haji, to this program in his absence. It is a great pleasure to have this guest of honor, Mr. Abdullah Ibrahim, Executive Director, PAET, in this program, who has been encouraging us in all our activities in the college. On behalf of all present here, I welcome you, sir. I wholeheartedly welcome our chief guest of today's function, Dr. D.S. Guru, Professor in Department of Computer Science, University of Mysore, one of the eminent academician and researcher, and currently on sabbatical and associated with Naimo Technology, Private Bangalore, as a senior research scientist. He is formerly worked as the chairman, Admission Reformation Committee, chairman, Department of Studies in Computer Science, director, as well as Directorate of Distance Education, director, Internal Quality Assurance Cell, chairman, Board of Studies in Computer Science at the University of Mysore, Manasagangotri, Mysore. On behalf of all present here, I welcome you, sir. I wholeheartedly welcome the esteemed Professor Prakash Hiremat, retired professor from Gulbarga University. Now he is professor in computer application, KLE Technology University, Hubli, to this program, and we are honored to have you in this program. I welcome you, sir. I extend a warm and cordial welcome to our principal, Dr. Abdul Sharif, Vice Principal, Dr. Ramiz M.K., Director Academics, Dr. Sarfraz Hashim, Dean Research, Dr. Zaid Ansari, principals from sister institution, Director MBA, and heads of the various departments, staff coordinators of STTP, faculty members of our institution, and all the participants from various academic institutions and industries. It's my pleasure to welcome our resource persons of this STTP program, Dr. P. Nagabhushan, Director IIT Allahabad, UP, for inaugurating this STTP, and also Dr. N. Hari Vinod, HOD VCET Puttur, Dr. Zaid Ansari, Dean Research, PA College of Engineering, Mangaluru, Dr. B.S. Shekhar, Professor, Department of Studies and Research in Computer Science, Mangalore University, Dr. T. Nagabhushan, Principal and Dean, JSS Science and Technology University, Mysore, Dr. N. R. Dinesh, Research Scientist, Samsung R&D, Bangalore, and Dr. Nagendra Swami, Associate Professor, Department of Studies in Computer Science, University of Mysore, to this valedictory function. It is a true pleasure for me to welcome our beloved HOD and convener of this short-term training program, Dr. Sharmila Kumari, to this function. Madam, now I request you to present a brief report of the short-term training program. Over to HOD.
Good morning, everyone. Respected Chief Guest of today's valedictory program, Dr. D.S. Guru, Professor, Department of Studies in Computer Science, University of Mysore. Our beloved Professor, Dr. Hiremat, retired Professor from Gulbarga University, currently Professor in Computer Applications, KLE Technological University, Hubli. Dr. Abdul Sharif, President of today's program and the Principal of PA College of Engineering, and Vice Principal, Dr. Ramizi M.K., Director Academics, Dr. Sarfraz Hashim, Dean Research, Dr. Zaid Ansari, Resource Persons, members of Advisory Committee, staff coordinators, my fellow colleagues, and dear participants. We are pleased to mention that we have almost come to an end of this 6 days short-term training program on machine learning for societal applications. I feel it is my privilege and honor to present before you the brief summary of this training program. We received the request from 172 participants from 120 colleges within a day, but we could register only 80 participants against maximum 75 participants mentioned in the brochure. We provided YouTube link of the program to the remaining participants. The program was inaugurated by Professor P. Nagbhushan, Director, Indian Institute of Information Technology, Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh. The founder chairman of our institute, Dr. P.A. Ibrahim Haji, and Executive Director, Mr. Abdullah Ibrahim, PA Education Trust, graced the occasion with their diplomatic presence as guest of honor. They enlightened us with their encouraging words. The program was presided by Dr. Abdul Sharif, the principal of our college. Professor P. Nagbhushan, in his inaugural speech, highlighted the need of these kinds of programs and encouraged the participants to actively participate in all sessions. Later, Professor Nagbhushan delivered the keynote address on machine learning and its applications by highlighting various live research problems. He encouraged the researchers to focus on these problems with their research work. On the first session of the program, Dr. Harivinodian, head of the CSE department, VCET Puttur, spoke on the basics of machine learning and conducted hands-on sessions using Python programming language. On the second day, various clustering techniques were discussed, followed by hands-on sessions using R programming language by Dr. Zahid Ansari, Professor and Dean Research, PACE, Mangalore, by considering state-of-the-art research-oriented problems. Third day of the program included the talk on various classification techniques such as naive Bayes, k-nearest neighbor, and decision tree with several examples in detail in the forenoon session by the eminent speaker, Professor H.S. Nagendra Swamy from University of Mysore. In the afternoon session, Professor B.H. Shekhar from Mangalore University, a great researcher and my research guide, discussed dimensionality reduction technique through principal component analysis, followed by hands-on sessions using Python programming language. We are very grateful to you, sir, for being with us all through this program and encouraged us in organizing this program in a systematic way. On the first session of the fourth day, we have witnessed a very informative and philosophical view on feature selection principles by Dr. D.S. Guru, who is with us today as chief guest to share his experience and critical views on the organization of this event. In the second session, during morning and in the afternoon, we have an excellent mathematically oriented session covering the fundamentals of artificial neural network by Professor T.N. Nagbhushan, Principal, SJEC, Mysore. The last session is a demo session on neural networks by Mr. Guesh Degno and Ibrahim Gut, both from Department of Computer Science, Mangalore University. The fifth day is one of the brainstorming day where we have Dr. Dinesh, scientist, Samsung R&D Bangalore, who covered fundamentals of deep learning and discussed the state-of-the-art research work being developed in industries and also highlighted on their societal applications. Dr. Dinesh has also presented different kinds of deep learning algorithms and their implementation issues by taking some of the well-known problems in the field of machine learning. Today morning, we have witnessed a critical thinking and pervasive session by Professor D.S. Guru, who presented the philosophical view on research, society, and industry need-based projects in the domain of machine learning, which truly conclude the title of our STTP program on machine learning algorithms for societal applications. We have indeed very grateful to you, sir, for being with us all through this program and motivated us in organizing this program in a scientific way with an engineering passion. The young minds in the program are much delighted with your enlightened philosophical thoughts. Overall, we wish that participants have gathered very useful findings from this program and enjoyed all the sessions. It's my pleasure to take this opportunity to extend my sincere gratitude to Colonel Venkat, the Director of STTP Program, AICTE New Delhi, for his encouraging response to any kind of queries in organizing this training program. Being a convener of this program, it is my prime duty to acknowledge the support and help of many people in conducting this program. First and foremost, I wholeheartedly thank our Chairman, Executive Director, PA Education Trust for their constant inspiration, and our Principal, Vice Principal, Director Academics, and Dean Research, heads of various departments for their well-timed help and suggestions. My sincere gratitude to Dr. Hiremat, Professor in Computer Applications, KLE Technological University, Hubli, for your gracious presence. I extend my sincere gratitude to all participants for their active participation in the program. On behalf of our institution, I thank the resource persons for accepting our invitation in spite of their busy schedule and sharing their knowledge through their highly informative sessions. Finally, I thank members of Advisory and Technical Committee, staff coordinators, and my colleagues who supported in organizing this program. Their efforts cannot be measured in words, and I fondly remember all their works for the successful and perfect execution of this program with an excellent time and session management. Thank you and wish you all a pleasant weekend.
Thank you, madam. I now request Dr. Prakash S. Hireman, sir, to address the gathering and bless us with your words. Over to Dr. Prakash S. Hireman, sir.
I thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to participate in this wonderful FDP program, and very thoughtfully themed on societal applications using machine learning techniques. And it is also illuminated by very bright minds like Professor Guru, Professor PN, and host of other resource persons who have given enough thoughts on how machine learning techniques can be applied for societal needs, which is because it is very important. And Professor Guru also touched upon the COVID-19 applications, which is a very the present requirement of the society, how technology can be implemented for the societal, immediate societal applications like the pandemic, which the humanity is experiencing globally. So any research contribution in this area will benefit the whole humanity on the earth. So the FDP has successfully motivated all the faculty and all the participants and researchers who are working in this area and put their thought for the societal applications using the machine learning techniques. And I also participated with a great enthusiasm as a learner because I'm an old timer. I want to learn new skills from young. Young. For me, DS Guru is very young to me. He may be senior to other participants, but still, I have many things to learn from him. Right from the way the subject has to be studied, and the subject has to be delivered to the students, to the audience, and how to carry out the research. That's also because when we started research, also we learned from these people only. University of Mysore was our source of inspiration. So, Professor Guru, thank you very much because I requested you to help me to join this program, and you very rightly guided me. So, thank you very much, and I also congratulate the management of the PA College of Engineering for providing good support for Madam Sharmila to organize this very useful FDP. And many more such FDP programs will follow through for the benefit of the teachers. Thank you. Thank you once again.
For your inspirational words, and you have blessed us with your words. I request the participants, those who have attended this 6 days STTP program, to give their feedback. So I first request Dr. Nagesh sir, Vice Principal, Head of the Department of Information Science and Engineering, AJ Institute of Technology, Mangalore, to give your feedback, sir.
So, thank you for inviting me to give the feedback on this 6 days STTP. And at the outset, I thank the management, principal, and other administrative people, and especially special thanks to Dr. Sharmila Kumari and his team, having Ganesh Pai, then Mohammad Hafiz and Mohammad Saifuddin. So, and other faculty members who had given me an opportunity to be the part of this 6-day STTP on machine learning for societal applications. So when I got the brochure from Ganesh Pai and Sharmila Madam to attend this STTP, and I felt that this is a really very good STTP for me to learn. As Prakash sir also mentioned, even I am also in administrative post. I thought that is a very good STTP for me to attend, because now the AICTE has given the permission for many colleges to start the new courses like AI and machine learning, deep learning, so many courses like that. Now all the faculty members, they have become as handicaps because they need to teach new subjects like machine learning, deep learning, or data mining aspects. So this workshop has given a very good platform for me to gain a lot of knowledge, because this workshop, one of the very special thing I had observed in this workshop is actually the resource persons you have organized for this or arranged for this workshop. All are very good experts in their own field, and the way they have presented the things, where we have learned so many aspects as far as the demonstration is concerned, starting from the inaugural address by Dr. Nagbhushan, followed by many other sessions on Python, programming for machine learning, then clustering techniques, classification techniques, then feature selection approaches, about neural networks, deep learning, and about the research issues. All the sessions, I have enjoyed all the sessions, and it has gained me more knowledge. And the schedule and the planning and execution of all the sessions for this 6th day, it went very well. I thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to attend this workshop. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable feedback. So I now request another participant of the STTP program, Professor Sunil Sir from Kendra College Engineering, for the feedback on the STTP program. Over to Professor Sunil Sir.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, sir, for choosing me to give the feedback. 6 days short-term training program on machine learning for societal application organized by the Department of CSE, PA College of Engineering, sponsored by ASCT, has been very inspiring, and I'm really feeling delighted to have been able to be a part of this and try to continue with the machine learning approaches on society with these positive techniques. In the present time of COVID pandemic, the virtual learning experience was very well set up. The material was very good. I learned a lot from the course, and the resource persons, Dr. P. Nagbhushan, Dr. D.S. Guru, Dr. Shekhar, Dr. Zaid Ansari, Dr. Nagendra Swami, Dr. T. Nagbhushan, Dr. R. Dinesh, and Dr. Hari Vinod were amazing. They really enhanced the knowledge and made the week enjoyable. I extend deep sense of gratitude for the management and the principal for the wonderful support. Special thanks to my guide, Dr. M. Sharmila Kumari, the convener of this training program, and the entire team for the wonderful execution of the program. Thank you, one and all.
Now I request today's program chief guest, Dr. D.S. Guru, to present the keynote address and feedback of the 6-day STTP program.
So, good afternoon, everyone. The respected elderly personality, the invitee for this valedictory function, a senior good friend and well-wisher, Professor P.S. Iramat, sir. The respected principal of the esteemed college, PA College of Engineering, Professor Abdul Sharif, sir. Dr. Sharmila, the head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering of this esteemed institute. My good colleagues of this college and faculty members from various other branches of engineering of this institute, invitees from other institutions, and my good young friend, Dr. B.S. Shekhar. I'm sure that Dr. B.S. Shekhar is a man behind the success of this FDP program, being a supervisor of Dr. Sharmila Madam. And more so important, the people who are so patient for the last 1 week in attending marathon lectures of eminent scholars. Dear participants, if any budding technocrats, good afternoon to all of you once again. I really feel I'm honored, I'm respected for having extended an invitation to be associated with this valedictory function of this a week faculty development program sponsored by AACT as chief guest. I have taken it up as a great respect. I feel it is an opportunity. Though I chaired many sessions, many valedictory sessions, and many inaugural sessions where I delivered inaugural address. This FDP is the first FDP where I am chairing a session in valedictory function, where my own mentor chaired a session in inaugural function. I mean, Professor Nagbhushan, my mentor, inaugurated this, and myself is validating this. So I really feel happy and a pleasure to be in this function as a person to speak out something and address this, dear participants. Basically, I have nothing to say except wholeheartedly congratulating all the members who worked and put in great effort in making this a week program a successful one. I'm sure the team headed by the principal of the institute and coordinated by Dr. Sharmila deserves a big applause. Though your audio is muted, please, I wish all of you are clapping for them now. They deserve it. So the reason is that, during this COVID-19 situation, though of course online is the only modality, but catching hold of the people and retaining them for a week, attending in all sessions, though we don't have a method of monitoring that attendance and taking into account their participation, but still this team was so good in catching hold of everybody and retaining them. Perhaps that could be because of the choice in resource people. As 3 to 4 participants have shared their feedback, wholeheartedly they expressed that this program has been planned very well and research people were so good, and they are really motivated to take up some societal applications of machine learning to work on further, to pursue better research and to contribute something great to the society. And for the last all 5 days, various lectures by eminent scholars were extremely good, and everybody spoke out in an interesting way. I mean, even when I looked at the list of resource people, what I understood is that nobody has spoken out as a person, right? Could be Dr. Shekhar, could be my mentor, Professor Nagbhushan, or myself, or Dr. Nagendra Swami, or Dr. Dinesh, whoever is that. I don't say that Professor Nagbhushan spoke out, or Dr. Dinesh spoke out, or Dr. Shekhar spoke out, but I say that their experience has spoken out a lot. I mean, whoever has delivered a lecture is not that person who delivered a lecture. Indeed, their experience has delivered the lecture. And when the experience delivers a lecture, probably while delivering lecture, they themselves forget. They continue talking, narrating, right? So such an experienced person, you have invited and given them opportunities. Like myself, I worked a lot in feature selection, I spoke out. Dr. Shekhar worked a lot on feature transformation, he spoke out. Dr. Dinesh, being in industry, has been practicing deep learning for varieties of applications, and he narrated a story of deep learning. That's, the way in which this has been coordinated. I do second the opinion given by what these participants and the quality of the program being conducted. But however, I expected at least 1 or 2 of the participants would highlight some of the issues I assume that I am one of the hosts of this institution, this FDP, being a supervisor of Dr. Sharmila. I also assume that I am also part of this program, though I am invited as a guest, though I am invited as a resource person, but I feel I am a part of this. I expected a kind of, not negative, but a kind of comment which would help us in improving further and making this next FDP more effective than this. Right? Always there is a step to go further and further, right? So that I expected, but none of you have shared it. But in case if you find it later, if you notice something which you feel you must have shared it during valedictory function, probably you can mail to Dr. Sharmila, you can WhatsApp her about that, the comments, and I'm sure she will, and her team members will take it as point for improvement in a positive way. The title of the FDP program is really amazing. The societal applications, especially research openings in the field of machine learning, keeping in mind the society requirement. Yes, almost all the speakers have presented wonderfully well, varieties of applications, including COVID-19 situation and the challenges created, opportunities for machine learning people to work on. But the research, dear friends, is the one which you find necessary, but you don't have a solution today. You take up anything. Wherever you think of automating it, find a solution, search for it. If no solution exists, solve it. Basically 2 things. One is machine learning. We always look for a tool and then apply on our data set and claim the result. That's not a research. Basically, there are 2 things. One is industrial research, another one is academic research. As long as you are in academic, as long as you are a part of academic, your concentration is on learning and creating new knowledge base instead of using existing knowledge base for making problem solved. It's not a developmental activity. Please take up any, however small the problem is, but try to find the science behind it, the fundamental aspects behind it, and bring in computer science there and see that you contribute something on your own so that that becomes a noticeable contribution to the literature of computer science. That's where I, being an academician, has to do, not as a member of an industry. The moment we take up something which is societal, industrial application, we tie up many existing together as a workable solution. That's a developmental. Even in development, how do I tie up two tools? How do I integrate two tools? Is there any different way of tying up so that efficiency would be improved, effectiveness would be improved, right? Can I bring it to a level of Android-based programming also? So in that way, if you can think of, then I'm sure you will contribute something which bridges up the existing gap between what is expected by the users and what is the technology ability. There is always a gap. The technology provides something and user expectation is something. There is always a gap. That's what I call it as a semantic gap. There are basically three levels of semantic gaps in machine learning. Number one, at the level of feature extraction, feature representation. And the other one at the level of proximity establishment, at the level of classification. In each level, we have considerably a big gap called semantic gap. Any sincere, a small attempt towards reducing that existing gap between the ability of a computing technology today and user expectation could be a wonderful research contributions. Of course, most of the times when I interact with a researcher or a faculty member, several of them end up saying that I want to contribute something to the society. Please take it from me, as long as you are a researcher. Instead of thinking of contributing something to the society, please think of some research which contributes to your life first, which contributes to your upliftment, which contributes to bringing in some great patience in you so that you become a good human being, good mankind. Any research should make you knowledgeable. Any research should make you humble, right? Of course, that doesn't mean that you get to bend your head and salute everybody. No, humbleness is not that. Humbleness is something you should end up being a king of your area of research, right? If you work on some feature selection, if you spend about 3 to 4 years in the field of feature selection, then ultimately by the end of 4th year, you should be the king of that field, right? Like a lion, a king of forest. Initially, I got to read a lot. You don't know anything, you are like a donkey. But I don't want the donkey continue to be donkey forever. Soon after completion of 4th year research, 5-year research, the donkey is expected to turn over to be a lion-like animal so that you become a king of your area of research. My area of research is this, in that I am the king. Given is an opportunity to talk on your research topic, you should continue talking. You should have that confidence of talking on the research field that you worked on. Then I say that research has contributed to you, that has made you a researcher. Look, during your PhD, you are not strictly speaking a researcher, you are a research student. You are into training. Your supervisor is to give you a better training. Your supervisor is to facilitate your training process and so that you pick up good knowledge and good mathematical ability so that one day you become a king of that area so that you can then contribute towards society. So that's what we are going to concentrate, especially when you are a researcher. Please think of contributing something to your life so that you will see a big change in you. What you were earlier to your research, what you are after your research. If you do the difference should be considerably big. I mean, A was your status, your authority on the subject, your knowledge on the subject, right? Your ability in the subject, your confidence on the subject, the way in which you used to address the people before PhD, and now the way in which you are addressing, the authority with which you speak to others on the topic of your interest. When compared to the previous, let's say B minus A should be considerably big. The difference should be considerably big. Then I say something is really has come into your body, into your personality. Once you are such a person, I'm sure you can see that you will have your own team. The team will contribute to the society. And especially in Indian scenario, please think of taking up a problem related to agricultural sciences and see that the technology is taken to the agricultural sciences, right? And don't give away any research idea by ignoring it. Don't give. I'm sure Indian students are really good in thinking and exploring, coming out with good ideas. But unfortunately, on the other hand, including supervisors myself, we are so hurry in going with a counter number game. We want to publish as many papers as possible, as soon as possible, whatever it may be. Maybe in local journal, maybe in local conference, and even including paid journals. I heard of supervisors insisting the students to communicate paper to the paid journal so that by the end of this year, I will have 2 publications in my budget. I will have 3 number in my budget. Please don't go with a number game. That will not pay you anything. Be with a great patience. Wait for good results. Tabulate them in a better way. Document them. Learn how to document with a good linguistic quality. Please, it's my advice. Before you learn the methods of machine learning, before you pick up the mathematics of machine learning, I wish you pick up writing English. However good you are in oral English, that doesn't matter. That doesn't count at all. What is really required is a good linguistic knowledge, especially for documenting your ideas of research. Once you are good in generating ideas, unless you publish it in a better journal, better place, you will not have any reward. You will not have any report, right? So please see that you pick up a good documentation style and learn how to do research, better research, and then think of contributing something first to your life and then to your surroundings, then go with a higher version. So initially, as long as you are a research, pursuing research, feel that you are a student, you are into training, pick up the good training, and then go. It's like, machine learning only, yourself learning that, right? So, but English is very important. Mathematics knowledge is, and most of the research, including myself, I am telling you, when I tell my students, pick up good English, nobody concentrates on it. Hesitate. Because I have done my master's, and Guru sir is now telling me to practice English. Please. Even whenever I sit in my office, the book which is easily fetchable, look at, I'm sitting in my office, the book which is easily fetchable is, in addition to my journals, in addition to my pattern recognition and machine learning, what is easily fetchable is English dictionary. Hope you understood, right? This is the English dictionary. I always keep it very close to me. I should not hesitate, right? And most of the research scholars hesitate learning English. Please pick up good linguistic. Unless you write it in an attractive way, unless you are in a position to document it so that all readers would appreciate, you don't have a chance to publish it in better journal. But you are good researcher, your contribution is really good, but you are not with that great patience of communicating for good journals, waiting for the reviews, and then taking it a step by step. But we always go with some paid journals, and especially in India, in every street of every city, there are many publishers. Unfortunate. Don't compromise. Don't ever go with them. Don't play a number game against quality of research. And you are a really good researcher, I'm sure everybody, but only patience. Research requires patience. Patience is the only thing which you have got to practice during research, right? I'm sure this FDP program, in addition to giving you all techniques, mathematics of machine learning, also has given you some opportunities to see the patience in the minds of speakers, right? Perhaps you must have seen such patience in almost all the speakers. So hope every speaker must have been an inspiring personality for you people. I'm sure down the line, all of you will have some reputation, not because of you are a son of your father, not because of you are a son-in-law of your, father-in-law, but because of your own research, right? So contributing to rising up to that level of personality, perhaps, is what is called a research. So I'm sure this FDP helped you a lot, and you will make use of whatever you learned during the last 1 week to mold yourself to be a better researcher with a great patience. I wish you all success in future. And once again, congratulating all the members of this FDP organizing committee for their wonderful effort, right? Congratulations, and thank you one and all for giving me an opportunity to address as a part of this valedictory function. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable and suggestion feedbacks. So, as per the request from one of our participants, we are ready to give one suggestion and feedback. So, I request the participant to give her suggestions.
Good afternoon, professors. First of all, I
Yeah.
would like to thank you all for the entire team of PACE team for organizing such a wonderful STTP for 6 days with eminent speakers, and also sessions content was very relevant and well presented. I can say overall excellent workshop and gained a brief insight on clustering, classification, feature selection, and deep learning, which is considered on the machine learning on societal applications. So we gained lot of knowledge, and great speakers motivated us and inspired us to do a better research in a best direction with patients. As Guru said, to gain lot of knowledge, we have to work with patients in PhD. So we need lot of patience to gain knowledge. So today is the last day. We successfully completed a 6-day workshop. So special thanks to the great speakers like Professor D.S. Guru sir, Nagendra Swami sir, Nagbhushan sir, Dinesh sir, etc. Thanks again overall for providing me an opportunity to give a valuable feedback on STTP, and also I'll be very happy to be a part of this FDP. Thanks again, all professors and the entire team of PSE and AICT provided this opportunity for all of us to join and gain a lot of knowledge. Thank you. Myself, sorry, I couldn't. Myself, Shweta MD. I am working as an assistant professor in Dhanand Sagar College of Engineering, Bangalore. Thank you all, professors.
Thank you, madam, for your valuable feedback. So I now request Dr. Ramiz MK, Vice Principal, PR College of Engineering, Mangaluru, to address our participant. Over to Dr. Ramiz MK.
Respected dignitaries within the institute, outside the institute, it's a great privilege for me to address this gathering. Few observations regarding this FDP is the topic itself, machine learning for societal applications. We have learned in our school days that the necessity is the mother of invention. So 100 years back, when the world broke out to the Spanish flu, 50 years back to the Vietnam War, 20 years back, the internet revolution, then the Twin Towers attack. Now in the year 2020, towards this pandemic, all these challenges actually has opened the doors for technological interference in a better way for the benefit of the humanity. As the title of this FDP suggests, that is the machine learning for societal applications. In addition to the points given by Guru sir and the previous speakers, one point what I would like to add is, one is the technology. For example, here the technology is the machine learning. Here the technology is the machine learning. So your algorithms, etc., your pattern recognition, image recognition, whatever it may be, that is one part of it. But the second part, which is major, is the how well you can fit this technology for solving a problem. So in that, the first stage is identifying a problem. For example, my observation, it stands for correction. That is, when this pandemic happened, we had few parallel things to address. The first thing was curbing the spread of this pandemic. That was one thing. The safety of our people. That was one thing. But the second thing is the process in curbing this pandemic, the impact that it is going to have on the economy. Whether these two things were taken parallelly is a question mark. Maybe from country to country, some of the countries might have given due importance to the two things, but some countries might have given importance to the first part and not to the second. So this is a role where we people, technocrats, technicians, technologists, with our technology, with our forecasting, with our tools, how we can interfere and have a more broader perspective of the problem, have a data with us, proper data with us. For example, when I travel to my native, The Google map tell me the way which I should take with the least traffic. Similarly, the data what you are having from the sector of the health science, the patients, what are the parameters you should study on them, from the economist, whether from this pandemic, whether we can have a close association with all the stakeholders, what are the problems that have arisen, and how we can reduce the impact of it. This is basically a big challenge before us as in the field of technology. That is, as everybody knows, the interdisciplinary research. Here it comes the importance of the interdisciplinary research. So what I suggest, because most of us are teachers and researchers, we should focus on this, collect the data from all the available resources, make a good model, forecast, and present it to the society in a way that there is a balance with minimum impact on the life of the people. This is something what I feel, just like when the September 9/11 attack happened, there was a more focus on the security part. Similarly, after this pandemic, the technology has to be used in such a way that whenever in the future something happens, we have to interfere in a more productive way to decrease the impact of these things on the society. So as Guru Sir has told about, to add to it, identifying the problem, learning the technology to solve the problem, solving the problem, documenting it, presenting it. These are the various stages as a researcher, as a teacher, as a person in the society we should have. And we will use all our resources. For example, our own research, identifying the potential students, identifying some local problems, using the technology to solve it. And I hope that this FDP, from the feedback what I received now, and from the sessions, the topics, what I understand is a very well balanced and with a very good topic, very well crafted, presented by well resourceful people, will of course give a very big boon to the participants to think in this direction and really make machine learning for societal application. I wish the coordinators, especially Dr. Sharmila Madam and her team, who has strived very hard in the successful completion of this program, as Guru Sir has told, and conducting an online program, keeping the participants totally alive is not a small thing. It's a great achievement. I congratulate the whole team, principal, the management, the resource people, the participants for being the part of this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your support and words of confidence. I now request Dr. Sarfraz J. Hashim, Director, Academics, PAET Institution, to address our participant. Over to Dr. Sarfraz, sir.
Thank you, Saif. Rest of the function, DS Guru, Senior Professor, Hiremat Sir, the Vice Principal, the Principal, Dean, HOD, coordinators, and more importantly, the participants of this 6-day online short-term training program on machine learning for societal applications. Good afternoon to you all. The topic chosen for the STTP itself is really inspiring. And as all the speakers mentioned, whatever we learn, whatever the technology that has been developed has to be used to the society at large. So keeping this in mind, Dr. Sharmila and her team has given this team is really motivating too. So already machine learning and AI has contributed a lot to the society, but we are in the fast changing digital world. Unless we update with the latest trends, we will become obsolete. The NLP, that is the natural language processing, will break the linguistic barriers in conversational artificial intelligence, and research is going on to figure out a way to map the brain simulation on a computer. We should be ready with the knowledge and skills such as mathematics and statistics, the Python, the database related languages, machine learning algorithms, deep learning, speech processing, data visualization, problem solving skills, and many more. AI and ML has achieved new heights in augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, extended reality, holographic. In words of Mr. Jack Ma of Alibaba, next 30 years will be painful as the machine language will take away our jobs if we are not creative and innovative enough. But nothing to worry. Even though machines are smart and intelligent, we are blessed with the wisdom. With this wisdom, we can do anything that we desire and aspire. And only with burning desire, we can become successful in this venture. I'm sure that this 6-day STTP has explored your mind to think in different directions and to innovate more in this area. And more importantly, this pandemic has forced us to get connected to the world through online platform and use the digital technology to its maximum. And every difficulty is a blessing to us. And this pandemic has opened all the sense organs to explore the new possibility, and we are doing it. And I congratulate all the participants for sparing your valuable time to learn new concepts, and I really appreciate your efforts to focus on the emerging technology. I thank Dr. Sharmila Kumari Madam and her dedicated team for taking up this initiative and making it a success. I thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to speak during this valedictory program. May Almighty bless us all, and I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom and encouragement. I request Dr. Zaid Ansari, one of the resource person of this 6-day STTP program and Dean Research of PA College of Engineering, to address our participant. Over to Dr. Zaid Ansari, sir.
Good afternoon, all the dignitaries present over here, the chief guest of this program, Dr. Guru, the president of this ceremony, Principal, PA College of Engineering, other senior professors, Vice Principal, PACE, Director Academics, other faculty members, Dr. Sharmila Kumari, HOD Computer Science, other faculty members. I feel privileged and honored to be part of this workshop as a resource person also and as a participant also. I congratulate Dr. Sharmila Kumari for organizing such a wonderful workshop, so much informative and useful right from the first day till the last day. In various sessions, there are lots of things to take over. From the very first day itself, we got lots of ideas, and every day we were getting more and more ideas, including today from Dr. Guru, we got so many ideas. So now it is up to the participants that whatever ideas we have collected so far, and in that direction, whatever more we can think of, now we need to think that how can we apply it and how can we implement it in order to solve the societal problems. That is very, very important. If we think the ideas we got, right? Now from where to start? So in each session, we found something. The very first day itself, we learned how to get the data, how to prepare the data. And on the fourth day, the very wonderful session of Dr. Guru, even I learned so many things about this feature evaluation and selecting the feature selection, right? We learned so many filters, we learned so many wrappers and the integrated techniques using the filters and wrappers. There was a lot for us to pre-process our data. So much mathematical details about various modeling in the neural network, especially on the, I think, day 4, Dr. T. Nagabhushan. The mathematical description of the neural network, the single layer perceptron, multi-layer perceptron, and the self-organizing map. In fact, I got benefited from the self-organizing map. I used to work on clustering, but the mathematical details and the visualization of self-organizing map, what was presented on that day, that was wonderful, right? So every day, like that, we heard dimensionality reduction from Dr. Shekhar on one of the days. So many classification techniques, clustering techniques. So it's time there to collect all these pieces and start going on our working on our research, right? It is very, very important. And while taking a problem, we should think of 25 years from now. We have to solve the current problems. At the same time, we should choose an area. We should not get saturated soon. Rather, we should be able to work on that. And after completing PhD, even we should guide the PhD in that particular direction, right? So it was very useful. So I congratulate Dr. Sharmila Kumari and the team, the coordinators, Professor Hafiz, Professor Ganesh Bhai, Professor Saifuddin, the whole computer science department, the supporting staff, right? And management of the college, principal, vice principal, and the other professors from where we got the guidance, Dr. Shekhar, Dr. Guru, and the other professors. I thank to all of them. And with this, I take a leave. There are lots of things to do. सितारों से आगे जहां और भी हैं, अभी इश्क के इम्तिहान और भी हैं, मैं कहाँ रुकता हूँ अर्शो फर्श की आवाज से, मुझको जाना है बहुत ऊंचा हदे परवाज से. So there is no limit. We can do a lot in this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable feedback and words of wisdom. I now request Dr. Abdul Sharif, Principal, PA College of Engineering, to deliver the presidential remark. Over to Principal, Dr. Abdul Sharif.
Good afternoon to all. Dr. D.S. Guru, eminent academicians and researcher, and very elderly person, my senior, Dr. Prakash Hiremat, Dr. Sharmila Kumari, participants, other faculty members, faculty members from other colleges and our colleges. All have spoken about the topic. Topic is chosen very well. And very first day itself, I thought it will be successful. One of the reasons is overwhelming response for this STTP. That means nearly 200 participants has registered across 125 institutions across India. I think this is very successful, very first day I thought. And at the end also, from the feedback from the participant, it is successfully completed. In this COVID situation, it is unfortunate we could not meet each other. It is only we are meeting it online. I think that is the one disadvantage is online. Actually, physical mode is required at least to interact with each other, to know each other. Now, what we can see is only online. In this COVID mission learning, I think this is a buzzword, and it is advancing every day. That is the reason why the short-term training program workshop is very much required to update the technological advancement in the various fields. I think I wish that this workshop benefited a lot to the participants, and they will take this, and all STTP or workshop will give only outline. The main important thing is on this outline, participant has to work on this. They have to choose it. That is a small area, what they learn, and they have to work on well on that. And as Dr. S. Guru rightly pointed out, that is research should not be only for academic, it should benefit the society. It should, Dr. Ramesh rightly pointed out that earlier, that is whenever the war is happening, that security is important. Now, security, health security is a very important. I think machine learning has to expand has to be expanded to the health sciences. It should be interdisciplinary. Computer science is not only confined to only computer science engineering students. Computer science is expanded to all other disciplines, and machine learning and IoT and artificial intelligence is very much required for other engineering discipline. Also mechanical, our Vice Chancellor, our VTU Vice Chancellor, I think 2-3 meetings he told that our mechanical engineering and civil engineering should be expanded with, should be combined with computer science, machine learning and IoT things. I think in the coming days, I think definitely he will introduce that is IoT, machine learning for civil engineering and mechanical engineering. I think in medical field also, they have to introduce that is machine learning and that is the IoT and all other advanced technology, that is engineering technology, so that identification, diagnosis of disease will be very easy. All the participants had participated in the concentration. And they will take to their institution and they will deliver to their students. My appeal to all the faculty members, that is the participants, most of them are faculty members, that is they have to look into students' perspective also. Your teaching should be customized to the upliftment of the students, because students ultimately, that is the future for India, our country and our globe. With this message, I will conclude my presidential address. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your presidential remark. We can reach great heights with your constant guidance and support. Thank you. I would like to express my profound gratitude to today's chief guest, resource person, Dr. D.S. Guru, professor in the Department of Computer Science, University of Mysore, one of the eminent academician and researcher, for sparing his valuable time with his inspiring words. We are grateful to you, sir, for your gracious presence with your dynamic and motivating words to all of us.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I also would like to thank Professor Prakash S. Hiremark, sir, for gracing the occasion and for his inspirational words. I also would like to thank our beloved chairman in his absence, Dr. P.A. Ibrahim Haji, PAET, who is playing a vital role with his constant support in all the activities of our institution under the PAET. Thank you, sir. I take this opportunity to record our gratitude to our Executive Director, Mr. Abdullah Ibrahim, for his support and guidance to all of us. I would like to thank people behind the success of this program, our beloved principal, vice principal, director academics, dean research, principals of sister institution, director MBA, heads of the various departments for their support to conduct this program. I would like to give a special thanks to all the resource persons for spending their valuable time and sharing their knowledge in the field of machine learning. Dr. P. Nagabhushan, Director IIT Allahabad UP, Dr. N. Hari Vinod, HOD VCET Puttur, Dr. Zaid Sir, Dean Research, PA College of Engineering, Mangaluru, Dr. B.S. Shekhar, Professor, Department of Studies and Research in Computer Science, Mangalore University, Dr. D.S. Guru, Professor, Department of Studies in Computer Science, University of Mysore, Dr. T. Nagabhushan, Principal and Dean, JSS, Science and Technology University, and Dr. R. Dinesh, Research Scientist, Samsung and R&D, Bangalore, and Dr. Nagendra Swami, Associate Professor, Department of Studies in Computer Science, University of Mysore, and also the research scholar Guish and Ibrahim for their hands-on session in neural network. And also a special thank to Dr. Palakshappa, HOD, Department of Civil Engineering, for his timely help in conducting this STTP program. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated, dedicated professors and a team of research scholars who know their responsibility and are result-oriented. I extend my sincere gratitude to conveyor of this STTP program and our HOD, Computer Science of Engineering, Dr. Sharmila Kumari, for her continuous guidance and making sure for the smooth conduction of this program, thereby successfully completing this AICT-sponsored 6 days STTP program. Staff coordinators of this program, Professor Ganesh, Professor Hafiz MK, Professor Saifuddin, for their overall support in conducting this program, and technical committee members, faculty members, research scholars, technical and supporting staff like Arun sir, Hamza sir, Ashwini madam, Bini madam, and Khalifa for their dedication and service. I also would like to acknowledge my gratitude to our active participant and each and everyone who have involved directly or indirectly to make this event a grand success. Thank you, one and all.